Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, I want us to shift our focus to Kimani Ichungwah, the former Bahati Member of Parliament, whom we all know supported William Samoei Ruto, but lately has been making some statements, disturbing statements, which if you're someone who's very keen would interpret it this way, that Kimani Ichungwah is slowly shifting allegiance from William Ruto. Of course, one of the reasons we know is because Kimani Ichungwah did not get a position in this UDA government. But could that be the reason why Kimani Ichungwah had to go public and make this kind of statement?
Hii serikali hatukushinda, tulipewa na Mungu. Hii serikali tulikuwa pahali nyembamba sana, na hii serikali Mungu akatupa.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Kimani Ichungwah confirming that they didn't win the election, that the government was handed over to them by God. That is what Kimani Ichungwah has gone publicly to say. I want us to go further into this video. There's something very, very important that I wish to share with you also. Why would Kimani Ichungwah say what he said? What is the motive behind it? And why is it now at a time when people are still looking at the events of the US? Why now? So before we get further on why now, please like this video, because that is the only way you support the work of our channel. And please, you can also subscribe to our channel to make our channel grow. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for supporting this channel. There is a common saying that the chickens have come home to roost. And for those of you who are familiar with that saying, you will agree with me that finally Kimani Ichungwah could be saying something which many people in UDA have always regarded as a top secret.
Aibu ya aina gani? Tulipiga serikali ambayo ilikuweko mbaya sana, na ilikuwa imekaa ikamaliza miaka 10. The system we use na kuanikwa kwa makosa hiyo serikali nyingine, si tutaanikwa mara 20 ya hiyo. Kenyans are watching.
I don't know whether I'm the one who is interpreting this thing from maybe interpreting it wrongly, but let's go again through this clip.
Hii serikali hatukushinda.
I think I'm right. Kimani Ichungwah is simply confirming that this government was given to them by God. When KOOME was giving her ruling, during the Supreme Court battle, and she mentioned that the ruling which she made was as a result of God's intervention. So here's the story. KOOME gave a ruling that, according to her, is God who gave her. Kimani Ichungwah is saying that the government was given to them by God. So these two statements, ladies and gentlemen, are the constant State House prayers. Like there's a time, I remember last year there, I don't know whether that's practice still continuing, but last year there was talk that the First Lady had started a plan whereby every Wednesday, those employees of State House would be fasting and praying. And then the concern was that, what about those employees who are Muslims? Are they also going to do the same? So we have not heard about this issue again, ever since that time. But if I thought that is the case, then I think they are still fasting. So Kimani Ichungwah to say that this government, we didn't win, we were given by God. And KOOME to also say this ruling, God is the one who supported us or made us give it that way. I want to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, even to date, the politicians in Azimio don't believe they lost. they believe they won. And for those who followed the elections and the results on the final day, and how some constituencies were never tallied, and if you go to what Kimani Ichungwah has said and how Martha Koome delivered the ruling, one would suspect that something indeed happened there, and that probably maybe what Cherera and Masit and Wandai and you know, probably what they were saying was true, because even to date no audit has been done. To date, no audit has been done. In fact, if you look at the political happenings right now, it's as if that audit will never be done. And since that audit will never be done, and if Raila secures the AUC, then nobody will ever edit the election, and then that election itakuwa ilipita venye ilikuwa. Let me tell you about something, or maybe remind you about something. This is something that Raila mentioned. And Raila mentioned that the reason why he lost is because of the US, UK, you know, the West influence. Because the other preferred candidate, they didn't want Raila, probably because probably Raila was a pro China or pro East. So they wanted someone who was pro West. So they looked at that the whole thing and realized that this time round was William Ruto. So we support William Ruto. And if you look at how he was treated, is treated in the US, you know, the US dinner and the like, the state visit, that was a preferential treatment, and that already indicates that something could have happened. I don't have enough facts to prove that, but going by the happenings, you could easily interpret the events along that line. So Kimani Ichungwah, I know is a bit disturbed, especially kwa sababu alikosa kazi. I know he is a bit disturbed. So Kimani Ichungwah also, I know he feels that Rigathi Gachagua is being mistreated. So probably he wants to support or, you know, defend Rigathi Gachagua, and at the same time he's still trying to wish that one day he be given a job by the government. So it's just between those two scenarios, to partly defend William Ruto so that at least a party appointment, to also partly defend Rigathi Gachagua because he still believes maybe Rigathi Gachagua will be a president one day, and if he does become a president, anakazi. So I think that is now where Kimani Ichungwah seems to be, you know, finding himself in that kind of scenario. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think Kimani Ichungwah is aiming at? Because right now he has disclosed that this government, they didn't win, they were given by God. That is a confirmation from Kimani Ichungwah, and however disturbing that confirmation could be, and is likely to elicit a mixed reaction, but the fact remains that Kimani Ichungwah appears to be unhappy.
Mambo ya kuomba msamaha kama ni ya deputy president, kusameheana na Muigai Uhuru Kenyatta, hiyo ilikuwa wakati wa siasa, watu wanakuarushana. Baada ya hiyo watu wasameheane. Hata mimi nasema if I did wrong to the former president, anisamehe, na yeye ile anifanya baya hata mimi anisamehe, kwa sababu this politics.
So ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.